Alrighty, guys, it is 3:30 this Monday, May 12th, and we are holding on to our gains, but barely. Looks like we're kind of run out of gas here now to the upside. Nice rally from the mean up to the initial balance high. I had that last long trade here. Totally let that one slip away from me. And then who knew we were going to retrace it that hard? So I mean, I was kind of sitting in that thing, so I let it go. Anyway, so overall, we started off on the long side of the market looking to buy weakness, and we that was exactly kind of what happened. They did fake you out. They did run this low quite a bit lower. And I tried to get long here on the way down. I got run over on the way down here, so I got stopped out. And I tried another go with short trade there, and I got retraced on that one too. So I had two losers right from the get-go. And then I had a few trades. One buy here at the mean, which got shaken out of. One buy here, was working pretty good, and until I got knocked out. And then I tried a long trade here, which I scratched myself because there was a shitty trade location, bad trade overall. So it's 7 round turns, down $150 on the ES and down on that one. I'm actually in the trade on the Nasdaq right now. We'll see how that goes. But news for tomorrow. Tomorrow we get the CPI number at 8:30. That could be a nice mover, but that's about it. So we have a small business optimism index at 6 a.m. and then 8:30 we get the CPI number. So that could be a mover. Could kind of result in something. But starting off right now, unless they close below that 58.15s, I'm going to start off with a bias to the upside. If they close down below the 58.40s, I'm going to start range bound. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. But if we see a little rally here, it could happen. You never know. It can be a nice little rally into the close, or we can see a retracement back here towards that midpoint. It's hard to tell right now, but this kind of slop kind of leads me to think that we may see a retracement to that midpoint going into the close. So if that happens, they close around that 58.40s, I'm going to start off range bound. But if they hold above it, I'm going to start off on the long side. That's kind of where it gets started. Looking at the Nasdaq and the bonds, and as you can tell, I'm right in the trade on the Nasdaq here. I'm short up here at the 913s. And I'm thinking, as I said, I'm thinking retracement to the midpoint. I mean, you saw this little sloppy move to the upside on the Nasdaq, did not do much at all. And I figured out, okay, this first move down here is a strong bounce. And that I was looking at this thing and saying, I should have gone long here, and it run it hard, really, really right up here to the initial balance high. I was tempted to hop on a long trade, but I figured like, you know what? Lower highs, maybe they're kind of running out of gas here. So I was watching it, and then when this big retracement came on the or pullback here back towards the low, when it started retracing back up again, I got short here right when they start trading higher. Stop outside this rotation, and after I went to break even, I moved my stop just a little bit, but we'll see. I'm going to give it some room. Let's see if I get lucky now in the last trade. I'm thinking that we may see a move a little bit lower here on the Nasdaq. So that's how where we're at. So, I'm going to sit in this trade for a little bit and see how it develops. Hopefully, I'm not getting knocked out on this one as well. That would suck. That means I had two nice trades I got knocked out of. It's big, you know. But that's a trade-off. Take early profit and see it run away from you, or try to sit in it. At this point, I have good trade location. I have a break-even stop. I mean, I'll take the shot. See what happens. On the bonds. But I mean, as I said, on the Nasdaq, if they close down here at the I would say below the mean and start off range bound or close towards the mean. If they close above this 885s, and I would say maybe above the 870s, that ledge right there. If they close above that, I would start off from the long side. Otherwise, I would start off range bound. That's kind of looking at it. On the bonds, we are pretty much range bound. Having been a little bit lower, but not a whole lot. So I'm just gonna say range bound trading to get started on the bonds. We'll see what happens. And then finally, oil and gold. Oil and gold, we are looking at the gold, the range bound is getting short against the 3250s this morning, worked like a charm. But it's been kind of sloppy, and so far the support has been holding here at the midpoint here at the 3225s, and not getting below that, and I'm retracing a bit. So I would watch it. If they take out that 3250s in the overnight, I would lean in on the long side and see if they can retrace this. And if they can't, well, we'll see. But at that point, we'll see how far they can take it. But at this point, range-bound trading, look to the long side if they go above 32.50, 52, and the short side below the 24s. So And oil, definitely a pretty interesting move on oil. They're right back down. They retraced the overnight back down again, and they're trading right at 62. So I would start off range bound, trading around. They're trading at that $62 spot where they're pretty much range bound. So that's what I would do. All right, so that's oil and gold. So range band gold, trade oil range band as well. Start maybe it buys to the downside to get started. We'll see. Well, maybe it buys to get started just to get started in the overnight. But we are at an attractor area, so I would just stay there. Finally, all right. So back to the I can go back to the Nasdaq since I'm in a trade there. See how this thing develops. So we'll see. All right, all righty, guys. We'll leave it there for now, and I'll see you back at 8:05 bright and early tomorrow morning. Let's see how that CPI goes. Ready, guys, later.